I know, right? Nobody. All right, welcome everybody. Season 2. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the fourth quarter. New name, same guys. We figured we just love sports so much, so we're gonna expand it from just NBA and basketball to anything sports. So welcome, guys. How we
Let's
doing?
go. Doing great.
Welcome to the new
everybody.
Welcome to the new season. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's still lonely at the top, but I'm loving it.
Yeah,
So.
I know. I put the logo up there for you, Trey. I figure you're the champ. We gotta leave it. So
Technically, I got to get the new logo. I'm actually sunsetting that logo, and I'm going back to my personal logo. And,
Yeah,
got a new website now. Got all kinds of stuff. So yeah,
perfect.
get it over to you.
All right, so we are back for season 2, and we're gonna try to be a little bit more organized, have a little bit of fun. Same smack talking, but just really 4 dudes talking about sports. So today we're going to cover NCAA football. We're going to talk about the NFL. It's coming up, and then of course NBA schedule and anything else because we got a hot take at the end. So hopefully you guys read my agenda and have a hot take for everybody. And because Trey really loves it when we go out on a limb, so we can talk smack about it later.
I got you
Hot
guys
take,
on that.
lunacy,
You already know
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. All right. So college football kicked off last week, kind of, in Dublin, Ireland, of all places. It was the only ranked game. Iowa State and Kansas State. Iowa 24-21. So
Big Ten, baby.
I know, Big Ten, right? Big Ten. So takes on first week. Anybody catch any games? I was dropping a kid off at college, so I was a little busy.
No, I caught the highlights of that Dublin game. About 2 hours after it ended, I completely forgot that the season even kicked off last week. So I was a bad NCAA football fan. I caught a ton of highlights, but yeah, didn't watch that game at all.
Yeah. Trey, no,
I didn't even know they played that game. I mean, I think I may have heard something about it, but I was kind of in left field. I may be a little disoriented this year because we are talking colleges. I mean, Kale, you just went through this, with Ian going to school. Like my whole world just feels like it's like blowing up a little bit. New things we're working on, and I don't know. I'm a little disoriented. I mean, I know the NFL season starts. There's some news around that we got to talk about today, but I had no idea this game was going on. Pretty terrible way to start off the season. I got to admit it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in a coma. I'm in the championship coma right now. Is what I'm going to say.
I know, man. He's just been
kicked up.
Just an extended parade over there for Trey Griggs.
Bring me the head of a pig. Somebody fiddle for me.
Right on.
Enjoyed it.
Josh, you catch any?
I didn't catch the Ireland game. I honestly didn't even know that one was on. But I'll be watching the game tomorrow night because my brother's working it. It's going to be in Tampa. It's USF versus Boise State. So
yeah,
I'll probably be watching that one.
They're actually ranked preseason. I mean, they're usually good, but sometimes they get snubbed early in the season. So I think they're coming in about 25. So
yeah.
Let me ask a question about this. Let me ask a question about this Iowa State Kansas State game. You said it was played in Dublin. Is that right?
Yeah.
What time was this game on?
I don't even know.
Because if it's in Dublin at like 6 p.m., that's like, 10 a.m. here, or depending where you are in the country. That's an early game. Maybe it was. I don't know. But again, I totally missed it. But oh well.
I was going to see if
anybody check on Kevin Coombs because he's a K-State fan. Anybody check?
He did. He went to the game.
He went to the game. He was in Dublin
too.
What? I think I saw that, and that's what confused me because I thought it was in Manhattan, which hour and a half, 2 hours from where he lives. He's in Dublin. Good for him. Nice.
Yeah,
well,
that was 11 a.m. Central Time.
11 a.m. start. Okay, that's not terrible. That's kind of a college football Saturday start time. That's all right. That's not so bad.
Yeah.
Early on the West Coast, though, Kale. Early. Everything's early on the West Coast.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is they're doing it next year is TCU, UNC, and then in 27 is Pitt and Wisconsin. And they're actually they're doing high school games there too. I actually know a kid that's going to play there later this year. Went to Redmond, transferred over to some prep school in New Jersey, and getting all kinds of offers back there. One was crazy, moved from the West Coast to the East Coast, picked up like 3 offers just moving from Pitt, Rutgers, and somebody else I can't remember. I mean, he's like 6'7", 280, so he's got the build.
Damn.
But now he's out there in that world. So, but yeah.
How do they pick those teams? There's a lot of Division I CFP football teams. How do they pick the 2 that get to go do that? That's pretty exclusive.
And why
I
Ireland?
just have a lot of questions today.
Ireland, I think they've been playing the NFL games over there too, so they got the stadium and but
Ireland is very bullish on their football, whether it's college football, NFL football. They love it.
They're playing in Germany too, as well. There's spots in Germany where that's becoming pretty big. NFL goes to Germany, England.
Expanding the game, man. Following the NBA, they saw what the NBA did and going worldwide, and sell a lot of jerseys over there.
Oh,
It's interesting though, because college football becoming an international sport. Like professional sports, you understand that they want to go international, but I think this is college football saying, "Hey, listen, we're all gonna make all the money we can make. Like we got to pay these kids now. We got to get more money in the program. We're going international, baby. We're gonna have kids in Korea, cheering for Iowa State moving forward.
Monetize everything, man. That's
gonna be some Cyclone shirts over there in Seoul. They're gonna be rocking it.
Those are two really random teams to have go overseas. Yeah, that's actually a really good. I didn't even think about that. That's a very random game.
It is. It totally is.
Yeah,
I mean, K-State is kind of historic in college football. They had a great team in the 90s. They had a good program. They had a great coach.
Yeah.
Like, I can kind of see that. Iowa State done nothing, man. They're like, I guess they've got a decent quarterback with the 49ers.
They got Brock Purdy.
Legacy. Yeah, that's it. They got Brock Purdy. Name one other player from Iowa State that you know without looking it up.
Brees Hall.
Not football, but Tyrese Halliburton.
Hey.
Tyrese
Hey.
Halliburton.
We'll get to that later. Tommy.
Yeah. So now that we all know that the college football season started, there's actually some real games starting tomorrow night.
Dude, Texas, Ohio State, right out of the gate. You kidding me?
I know, man.
I mean, there's no preseason in college football. You just jump right in.
Well, I kind of, I like that because now with the college football playoff, they're not scheduling 3 cupcakes to start the season. It's like a strength of schedule and who you played. Even if maybe you lost early, it's more important that strength of schedule and kind of the resume that you have, even if you lost it. But if you win it, then you're a shoo-in. So.
Okay, so listen, if the college football season is serious in the beginning, then we need to be serious in the beginning. And I just have to ask the question, when is Harry Lyles making an appearance on the show? I mean, he's a college football expert. What are we doing here?
I have no idea, man. This is going to be hard.
We got to get him before the season really kicks up. I mean, we got to get him.
His season's kicked off now. He's traveling now at this point. It's going to be tough.
We're talking a half an hour on Wednesday. Come on, he can fit it in.
I'll hit him up and see what he's got going on. I try not to interrupt him too much and just let him do his thing.
Send him this clip and tag him. Let's just make it happen.
Yeah, I'll see what we can do. He's traveling today.
Question is, are you the younger brother or the older brother?
I'm the younger brher.
Okay. I say if you're the older brother, you just pull rank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, no.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just tough. I don't like taking him out of his zone, and
listen, the younger brother sometimes knows things about the older brother that the parents never knew about. Sometimes there's some dirt there, some logs.
100%, man. I got it all.
Just dangle that over him.
I got it all.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't. But that's the funny part. I don't have much to contribute to the. I don't honestly keep up with college football as much. I'm definitely more of an NFL fan, but he primarily covers college.
You just made
pretty
the
dope.
case.
He's in the SEC. He's in the SEC documentary on Netflix.
He sure is.
That was I didn't know that. Like in the 10th minute, he's right out of the gate too. He's right there.
Yeah, he's right at the beginning.
Doing
his thing, man.
So who do we?
Yeah,
who?
it's solid.
Any predictions? Texas, Ohio State.
I think
Ohio State
Texas
39-32.
Yeah, I got to go the other direction. I think Ohio State's kind of riding a little bit on their laurels. Pretty excited about last season, how it ended. They're going to be great, no doubt about it. But Texas, something to prove. They've probably been thinking about it all year. Man, I think Texas comes out on top on this one. It'll be a statement game for the Texas program. This will be the program where Texas is officially back. International champion on the road.
I agree with Trey. Clip this and send this to Ken Adamo because Ohio State is going down week 1, and they're not going to climb back out of this hole.
Ooh, that's
they're
a hot
not.
take.
Nobody on Texas is going to be able to handle Jeremiah Smith.
Dude, that guy.
Let's be real.
That guy is so NFL ready. It's not even funny.
He is very NFL ready.
He's going for 3 tutties on his boys.
Yeah, but Yeah, but listen, this is one of those things. College football, football in general is one of those games where one player, it's really hard to change the game. We talked about this. Like NBA, one player can take over a game. It's hard to take over a game in football.
He killed the Ducks, man. They had nothing.
He did.
It's true.
I mean,
Well,
I
but
still
listen, the
feel
Ducks.
that one.
Listen, this is a bad comparison because Kale. Let's be honest, okay? The Ducks historically have underperformed in big games because they don't play anybody. You know, like even though they played Auburn in the championship like 15 years ago.
they
We're
beat
back
I'm an Oregon
already.
fan.
We're back.
Listen, I'm an Oregon fan. I've lived in Oregon. I own Oregon gear. All right, I like Oregon. Joey Harrington back in the heyday. Like, listen, I'm an Oregon fan. But historically, when they got to the big games against the SEC or against the ACC, when they played Auburn in the final like 15 years ago, they just got stomped.
No,
You
they
know,
lost by
so
3.
this-
They lost by 3.
Well, they got beat. Whatever. Anyways, they have historically not won the big games.
I agree with that part. They did, but anyways, I'm going to go Ohio State. With all that being said, because I think Jeremiah Smith is that good, and one player that is
Listen,
that
with you,
good
Kale.
will make a difference.
It's time. It's Arch Manning time. He's throwing 6 touchdowns, and there's
Not yet.
nothing that anyone is going to do to stop him.
Not yet, man.
Six,
I
he's
don't
taking the
think so.
Heisman Trophy like right
Week one.
from the get-go.
Week one. He's ripping it away.
He's going to be at the top of the list. And he's gonna
I hope you're right, Tommy, because I am not an Ohio State fan. I do not like them.
Me either.
I went to the national championship when they played the Ducks in Dallas, like, I don't know, 2012, 10, I don't remember what year it was. And all it was a counter play every single time. You had Cardale Jones as the QB. So if they didn't hand it to Zeke, then they had to tackle Cardale Jones, a 265-pound quarterback, and we just got routed. That was a game that the Ducks did not show up in. I'll give you that credit.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I love the Ducks. I'm a big Ducks fan overall.
Yeah.
We have to speak the
I don't
truth.
know if I
Here, Kale.
believe
We have to
that.
speak the truth. Can't be crazy.
Are
What do you
your
don't
feet
believe
wet?
that?
You got web feet?
Dude, I didn't grow up there, of course, but I went to like I remember this when I became a Ducks fan was Joey Harrington against I believe Cal led the Ducks down the fourth quarter with a minute to go to kick a field goal to win the game. I remember, in fact, actually the Ducks gave the ball back to Cal with about 2 minutes left to go, and I told my brother-in-law, "Hey, let's get out of here, let's beat the crowd." And he goes, "We're not leaving. This game ain't over." They were down 1, I think, at that point, and they got the ball back with a minute to go, went down there, kicked the field goal, won the game. I'm like, "Oh, this is the greatest team ever." I wanted to be a huge fan. I wear a lot of Ducks gear. I kind of got sucked into the mystique of it all.
Yeah.
But
They got
I
the
mean,
best gear, that's for sure.
they do have the best gear. Uncle
do.
Phil has taken care of them. That's for sure. Uncle Phil has done a good job. Yeah.
So
Now this
I
is
heard-
interesting. So I feel like we need to bring AI into the show. We haven't talked about this a whole lot, but AI has been making a big impact in transportation, but in technology in general. Some people use it, some people don't. Sometimes it's fluff, whatever. I feel like we need to bring it into the conversation today. And I asked ChatGPT who it believes as a college football expert is going to win between Texas and Ohio State. Does anybody want to take a gander as to what ChatGPT had to say without typing in stuff?
ChatGPT is buying the Arch Manning stock and taking
They're buying-
Texas.
No, they're definitely buying the Jeremiah
Josh, don't
Smith
think so?
stock.
All right, let me just
Jeremiah
read to you what ChatGPT says. All right, so the final word. By the way, there's a whole breakdown. I can send this to you about who they think's going to play well or whatever. It says this: the final word. Expect a squeaker, maybe even a fourth quarter thriller. No pun intended. Vegas gives Ohio State a slim edge. The models and some pundits whisper Texas upset. My money's on Texas pulls out a nail-biting win, like 24-21, with Arch showing flashes of that Heisman-worthy ceiling, and the defense coming up clutch in the late. Let's go, ChatGPT! It's on our side. Let's go.
It's real. It is real.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. We'll have to see if ChatGPT is correct or not. This will be an experiment that we're doing on the show. We're going to find out how AI is progressing in its development and accuracy. All right?
Well, with that, go ahead. Go, Josh.
No, I was gonna say I'm not trying to be negative Nancy, and I am rooting for Arch Manning. I do think that there's some overhype.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because he couldn't beat out Quinn Ewers. And was Quinn Ewers phenomenal? No. And so that's my only hang up. And I'm not saying like he needed to win the job over Quinn, because Quinn obviously was there for a longer period of time. But I just have a little bit of hesitation that like there's a little bit too much hype if he still had a hard time competing with him. That's all. So
Hey, some
I hope
people
he
are late
does well,
bloomers.
man. Like I'm cheering for
he
the
had
guy.
He had the
Yeah.
He had the pressure of his last name. Some people are late bloomers. Who knows? Maybe this is year. I mean, listen, Joey Burrow couldn't get a game at Ohio State, and then he goes to LSU and wins the Heisman in 1 year. You just never know. You never know what's going to happen.
Never know, man. Like the Georgia State Panthers beating the Tennessee Volunteers. Let's go, baby.
Love it. All right. Another big game, LSU Clemson. I was maybe, is this the year that Clemson comes back? Preseason ranked at number 4. I mean, I feel like we haven't seen Clemson in 4 or 5 years.
Well, I think they got bitten by the NIL bug because they took the route of like not going after and paying players. They kind of took that moral stance to do that. And I think it really hurt them. And I don't know if that's changed or not. So I don't know. I mean, I feel at this point you have to play the game just like you always said. Whatever the game is, you got to play the game in order to be competitive. So if they're playing the game, maybe. But I don't know, man. They've definitely fallen off. And the brand itself has taken a little bit of a hit. But, I think there's a good chance that they could win. They're at home. You got a good shot to make it a little bit of a statement game for them to say, hey, we're back in the conversation.
Yeah.
I also don't trust LSU. I don't know why it is. I don't trust LSU and their coach. I'm not a fan. I mean, I wasn't a fan when he was in Notre Dame. I'm not a fan now. I don't feel players really get up for that guy. I mean, in fact, in the SEC documentary on Netflix, they do a lot of kind of highlight him. And again, it just reinforced to me like I wouldn't want to play for that guy. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of his. I don't think that he's a big game coach like some of them are. I don't know. I think Clemson's going to pull it out.
Yeah.
Apparently Clemson's got the number 1 quarterback in the country. So I haven't really seen him play, but heard a lot of hype on that guy. So I'm going to take Clemson.
Yeah, Cade.
But LSU always has talent, man. They always have, especially receivers.
They do.
Like I would say that they are wide receiver U at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't seen their quarterback Nussmeier, whatever his name is, play enough. And so yeah, let's go. We'll go Clemson.
I'm with you.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not sure if I'm Josh on my picking side. I don't know. It didn't work out.
Roll Tigers.
Yeah. All right, we better move along. NFL kicks off.
Here we go. Let's go.
September
Let's get
4th.
into it.
America's team, not my team, the Cowboys, and the reigning Super Bowl champs who defeated the Kansas City Chiefs with a thumping in last year's Super Bowl. Philadelphia Eagles.
Facts. Hey, like I said, it's easy to get over it when you won the 2 previous ones. It's super easy to get over it. It's not that big.
It is. Kale's just doing his job as a host. That's all he's doing.
just teeing it up. I love it.
Yeah.
Just teeing it up.
Stirring the pot, man. Just stirring the pot.
It's interesting because I feel like the NFL is in a bit of a shift in terms of kind of the power of who the power teams are. I mean, I think Detroit has cemented itself as a contender. Now they got to go deeper in the playoffs, of course, but certainly like they're building a program. They're good. I think Washington is going to have a great year this year with Dave James. I'm so high on that guy. Like I'm buying more of that stock as much as I can. I think that's huge. Obviously, the Eagles are going to be good. Maybe a Super Bowl hangover, but they're still going to be a great team. But you're just seeing that kind of switch a little bit. I think you're going to see a lot of changes in the AFC West this year. I mean, you've got 4 great coaches now. You have 4 great quarterbacks. And I don't know, I think the Chiefs, it's theirs until they lose it. Obviously, as a fan, I'm going to say that. But I think that you're going to see 2, maybe 3 AFC West teams get in the playoffs this year. See how it goes. Yeah. So it's like I think the power has changed. The power players are changing a little bit in the NFL. It's pretty exciting. That's one thing I love with the NFL. There's so much parity that it's hard to keep a grasp on the dominance. It's so hard. So it's cool to see.
Yeah, one thing I'll say about Detroit that I think that for me is they lost their offensive coordinator. And I feel like that guy was a genius.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Jared Goff looked real good.
So because he went to Chicago, but I still love the head coach. I mean, I would run through a wall for him.
Yeah.
So maybe he is a big part of it. Well, I know he's a big part of it, but can they keep that magic offensively? Because they did some stuff that I think was very creative. And sometimes Goff would throw 4 interceptions, they still win.
True. Yeah. Well, but here's the thing too about Detroit. I think they win games just because they're coached and just the playing hard for them. I think they definitely get 2 or 3 wins a year just from that. That maybe they shouldn't win. But you also have to remember last year they got just destroyed by injuries. I mean, their defense last year was I mean, none of the guys really were starters at the beginning of the year that were at the end of the season. I think it really caught up with them in the playoffs for sure. And now they've had time to be healthy a little bit. So we'll see if that helps out. But I think that they've got the MO just as a team and as an organization. I mean, I don't know. I'm really curious how John Morton, the new offensive coordinator, is going to follow up on that, like you said, because I mean, Ben Johnson was special. But I mean, Jared Goff is like their guy. He's a blue collar guy, no name underdog. He's their guy. They all play hard. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Amon-Ra. He's such a good wideout and just a good teammate.
Yeah.
But man, I think they're going to be good. It's just, can they get over that hump? Because the thing about it is 2 years ago they had San Francisco in the playoffs. They had them. They were on their way to the Super Bowl, and then they couldn't close the deal. And man, that's just coming back to haunt them. In fact, he said in the post-game press conference, "You don't know if you're ever going to get back here." I mean, it's
you know,
unfortunately
it's so hard to get even to it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel like the defensive side for them is the key though, because I mean they're stacked offense. They even just got a new pretty stud rookie receiver that had a really big preseason. But I mean they've got the quarterback, they've got the running backs. Both of them are going to have probably another really big year. The wide receivers, tight end, they're stacked.
Yeah.
So it's really about just, I would say for them, it's probably just staying healthy on defense. And then the one thing though that I just don't think it's going to be their year is I think that they had too many coaches leave. I mean, they lost their offensive coordinator, they lost their defensive coordinator, who's now with the Jets, and the Jets, Aaron Glenn. I mean, he took a lot of other coaches that were with Detroit. So
yeah.
I don't really know how much that actually impacts everything, but I've got to imagine it's got to be a lot, right? Because with the Eagles, like Jalen Hurts, I forget what it is with Jalen Hurts, but he's had a new offensive coordinator, I think, for the past 4 years. So if you really think about that, it's pretty impressive that he was able to actually like lead them to a Super Bowl, because the guy doesn't go into a second season with the same playbook or same coordinator and all that stuff. And all you do is really hear from the players how challenging that is. But I would imagine that that's going to be really tough for Detroit, no matter how much talent that they have. And then you just can't control health sometimes.
Yeah.
And you never know too, like if they're going to be, in sync game one with the coordinators and the coaches and all that, or if it's going to take 4 to 6 games to go on the same page. At that point, you might be 2-4 or 1-5. Not that Detroit would, but you just never know if miscommunications or wrong play or whatever it might be can derail you. And before you know it, it's 1-4, 1-5, and you're trying to just scrape to, salvage the season. No.
And the division's getting better too. That's another tough part.
That division is stacked. I saw today on First Things First that all of the analysts on there, Nick Wright and Chris Broussard, they all have the Vikings finishing 4th, and they're still decent. And Kevin O'Connell's a phenomenal coach. But it's a stacked division. It's like somebody has to finish last. Like, who's it going to be?
True.
Is it going to be Detroit? You're going to put Detroit last? You're going to put Green Bay last with Jordan Love hopefully being healthy? I know he's got the surgery on his left hand, but hopefully being healthy and having a number 1 wide receiver finally. Are you going to put Chicago in there with Caleb Williams and his ascension, second year? You put him last. Like, to me, that was a toss-up, was maybe Chicago, but Caleb might have a breakout year. The Bears might have a breakout year. You never know. So they put Minnesota in 4th. It's like, man, that's tough.
Tommy's like, no.
Chicago guy, what do you think?
Tommy has the most hope at the beginning of the season. I love it, dude. I love it. He's a classic diehard fan. I'm here for it. This is our year, boys. This is our year.
Tommy, we can't hear you.
Yeah, Tommy, you're lost sound or something.
Oh, dude. Try it again. Nope, can't hear you. Try it again. Unplug and plug it back in. Go off on. See if it works.
Tommy was saying that he wants them to tank.
We'll say that.
Tommy wants Chicago to tank to get Jeremiah Smith, is what he was saying.
There you go.
Well, definitely for it. They got to finish last. Go 3-14 and lock that thing up.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
There we go.
There you are. Now you're back.
Muted myself. So as the resident Chicago Bears fan, I am very I'm very optimistic every year, right? But I know this season, I watched Caleb Williams last year and I wasn't impressed. I honestly, just to be honest, I wanted them to trade the pick. I did not want them to draft Caleb Williams. I wanted them to trade the pick, get more assets, continue to build. Can Ben Williams turn it around and make this a team? I don't know. It comes down to the same thing that comes down to with the Bulls for me is its ownership, and ownership hasn't changed. I know the top just died at the end of last season, so maybe things have changed a little bit. But again, it's up to debate, I guess. We'll see what happens. I think they're going to end up last. I think we're going to end up with another top 5, top 7 pick. I'm just not hopeful on them, man. I love what they've done, but man, they're a dumpster fire every year, and I'm not going to put any more hope into it.
They've got pieces, man. Like there's no denying that they have pieces. And I like the new coach, but yeah, you just don't know, man. It's just Chicago. They just kind of have that.
It's just a bad organization.
They just got that stank on them.
It's also hard for a very successful coordinator to go in and become head coach and have success. I just feel like that's a hard thing to do because now he has to think about everything. He can't think about the offense alone. He has to do a lot of other stuff that maybe aren't in his wheelhouse. I mean, you know what? It's interesting is I've been watching the ESPN documentary on the Chiefs, of course, the Kingdom, and it talks about Andy Reid when he got the job. He was never a coordinator. He was never an offensive defensive coordinator. I did not know that before he got the job.
I didn't know that either.
He went straight to head coach from being like running backs coach, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, which was his primary thing. His whole career was offensive line coach.
Yeah,
and then he got the job at Philly. He wasn't a coordinator. I actually think that sometimes that's more beneficial to not have super success as a coordinator, because how many coordinators become really successful head coaches? It feels like maybe there's more than I think about.
Rotation.
It feels like it's limited. Yeah. And then they go back to being a coordinator again, you know? And that often happens in the NFL. So I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, one more thing on NFL. So you got the Thursday night game. Now they have a Friday night game. And it's Chiefs versus the Chargers, AFC West. So just to stoke the fire a little bit, is Herbert going to actually take down Mahomes this time?
He is. W, baby.
That's such a bad take, Tommy. It's such a bad take.
Oh,
Listen,
boy.
It is not. It's a dub.
Are you basing that on Herbert? Or are you basing it on Harbaugh year 2? What are you basing?
Harbaugh year 2.
You think Harbaugh year 2 is going to be able to
I think
make
it'll be
it
much
so
better
that Herbert can be
I think it'll be
successful
much. Here's what I think. I think it'll be a much better year 2. I think the Chiefs are still going to be coming off of the defeat of the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a tough opening game for them. I think this will be one of their 3 losses of the season.
Okay, so early loss, but yeah. Okay. What's the score? What do you think?
I think it's a tight
high scoring game.
Probably.
You think it's the LA Rams Chiefs Mexico battle again, like we saw 4 years ago? Is it that?
No, definitely not that. I think something maybe in the 20s, mid 20s, 3 to 5 point game.
Yeah.
So you think? Let me just ask this. You think that the Chargers are going to hold Mahomes, who is out for blood, who is pissed that everybody thinks he's washed up, who has been totally disrespected by the community, that he is no longer any good. Kelsey, who is in shape. The wide receiver core that's going crazy. Pacheco, that is healthy, and Hunt. The defense that is back and just like on fire. You think that the Chargers are going to hold Mahomes that offense to 20?
I said what I said. I said what I said. I didn't stutter, baby.
I just want to clarify this. You think they're going to hold him under 30 points?
Absolutely. No problem.
All right. Clip this. Kale, hit B. That'll mark this spot.
B?
Dang, we like
hit B
this.
and it'll mark this spot in the StreamYard. That's right. That way you can go back to it really easy.
I just learned something new.
Put the marker on it. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got technical advancements for fourth quarter freight over here.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
We'll see if you're right.
Yeah. For me, I am more Harbaugh year 2. I love Herbert, but I think Harbaugh makes a difference.
Let's go, baby.
Herbert's been good, but they did lose. I think they lost one of their tackles. I forget.
They did. Rashawn Slater. Yeah.
So it's always tough, but still like. Harbaugh, like him or not, I'm not saying he's always doing the right thing, but he knows how to win. Even if he's cheating, he knows how to win.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got Chiefs winning this. I think Chargers come out swinging, and like I think they get an early lead, but I think Mahomes just comes back and does his thing. But I do think Mahomes is probably going to have a killer year and possibly an MVP type season because he is really, I think, being disrespected right now. In terms of them kind of talking about other quarterbacks and talking about other teams, and I still think it's going to be a close game. Like it's going to be a typical Chiefs win by 3 with a field goal. They get some kind of like blocked field goal or some stupid stuff that they just typically do, which is really frustrating if I'm being honest. But I'm excited to watch the Chargers rookie running back, Omarion Hampton.
Where's he from?
He's from North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, that dude looks like he could be a machine. So I think he's going to cause problems. Najee Harris, I don't think is going to play because of July 4th incident. I don't think it actually seems decent enough for him. But I think Hampton could have a good game. But I still got Chiefs winning it.
Okay. We know where he's going with. All right.
But
I think it's going to be 38. I think it'll be 38-28. That's my take. 38-28 Chiefs.
Here's a little fun fact for everybody. Patrick Mahomes, week 1, has a 6-1 record in his career.
And you're saying it's going to be
September.
6-2.
6-2, baby.
September.
Yeah, the only loss to
September
the Lions, was that last year when they lost to the Lions?
No, 2 years ago, 2023.
Not 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they came back.
I'm going to go ahead and insert my hot take really quick. I know it's towards the end of the show, but I got to insert it since we're talking NFL, man. Like, let's just make sure we don't sleep on the Atlanta Falcons. That's all I'm going to say. There's going to be some really good stuff that happens in the NFC South. I think the NFC South, besides the Saints, is going to be a little bit interesting this year. I don't think the Falcons have enough to make it to a Super Bowl. I like the Commanders this year, but Falcons can make it to the conference championship this year.
Yeah, I hope you're right because I have the second pick in my draft, and I know the other. I'm going to get Bijan. So
yeah,
you haven't gone to the NFC Championship game this year.
I'm not saying that they will, but I'm not saying that they will, but I'm saying that they could.
Yeah,
they could. I think their offense. They're going to have to. I think their offense is going to be killer.
They're going to have to beat either Detroit, Green Bay.
They'll beat Detroit. They'll beat
Philadelphia, Washington. They got to beat one of those.
I don't know if they can beat Philadelphia and Washington, but they can beat the NFC North boys. That's for sure.
So if they get the right matchup, you think they can make it? But they're probably going to have to win 2 games. Like it's not just one beat. They got to beat 2 guys to get to the championship game because they're not going to have a bye. So what 2 teams are the Falcons going to beat? Let's just lay this out. If they could get there, what 2 teams can they beat? Because you got to be realistic about this. All right.
Yeah. You got the NFC West.
Yeah, I think they can beat. I think they can beat the Lions. I just don't think it's going to be there for the Lions this year.
Okay.
I'm going to just say anybody in the NFC North. I think they can beat anybody in the NFC North.
The Lions is interesting because they've got scar tissue, so it's possible they've got some bad memories of playoffs. That's possible. That could be a game where they think they're going to win again and they don't. I agree with that. That's good.
Yeah, I think that they can. I think that they can beat them. I mean, I'm really curious to see Atlanta's defense this year, especially with some of their draft picks. The Eagles' defense is not going to be the same as last year, so I think there's some vulnerability there. And then, the Commanders. I think it's just we got to see how the offense. I mean, the offense I think is just going to be next level good. But it just depends on how good the defense can hold up. They're the main team I would say that I'm actually probably worried about.
Okay.
But I do think on the right day that the Falcons could beat anybody. We'll see.
All right. We'll see.
And when I cast my support towards a team, it normally goes pretty bad. I know that. Right? So it's this just may not be it, but I just gotta throw it out.
It's gonna be before Halloween. Before Halloween, Josh is going to be like, forget it. Never mind.
They're 0-6, and I'm just not showing up to the show anymore.
Listen, I've got an equal. I have almost an equally as hot take is that I think the Raiders are going to be a lot better than they were last year at 4-12. They've made some interesting moves. They're always making some 4-13. They're always making some interesting moves. They're also one of those organizations that just kind of has that stank on them like the Bears. But I don't know why. I'm just very bullish on the Raiders this year. Clip this. It's going to be a terrible pick. I know they're going to win like 2 games, but
Nope, I don't think that's the case, man.
Well, if Josh is
I do-
agreeing, I'm really screwed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am casting support. I think it would really suck if they do lose Jacoby Myers, which he requested
Yep.
a trade. I think that would suck. But if Bowers stays healthy, there's no reason why they don't have a better year than last year because they've got a significant upgrade at quarterback. They
Yeah.
got a better running back, and their defense has, as long as Crosby stays healthy. I mean, Crosby's going to do his thing. So
Yeah, they could easily win
Um,
9 or 10 games if that's the case.
everybody's really high on the Broncos, though. Like
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
have even
yeah.
like a little. I mean, not Trey. I know you've been hearing that noise about the Broncos, but people think that they're Super Bowl bound at this point.
It's just
which
noise.
I think.
It's a good word, Josh. It's just-
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's no. I think they're a good team, but I just second year Bo Nix and Kale. He might be your boy, so I don't want to put your old former Duck down, but I think they'll be good. They're going to be fun to watch, but I just I don't know. I feel like there's other teams that I would probably put above them.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, I hear that noise as well, that they're going to be good and all this and that, but it's a big leap from where they've been historically in the last, I don't know, what decade
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
Peyton won a Super Bowl there.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, since Peyton. I mean, everybody's super high on their defense, saying that their defense could just, be next level. But you got to get through Mahomes, man. One way or another. I hate to say it, it's just the truth. You got to get through Mahomes. You got to beat him, and you got to prevent those blocked
Tommy,
field
you should
goals
appreciate this. It's like the 90s where Jordan said, it doesn't matter what happened last series. It doesn't what happened. You still got to come through Chicago.
Got to
Yep.
go through
I mean,
Chicago.
All roads lead
Everything.
through Mahomes, baby.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man. Arrowhead.
That's
It's just the truth.
Yeah.
Do I trust?
Yeah.
Do I trust
Right.
Bo Nix over Patrick Mahomes?
No.
Well, no, you don't trust Bo Nix. And listen, Sean Payton's a great coach. But do they
He's
have
great.
Bounty Gate going on in Denver? Because let's be honest, that was a big part of their success when they were doing well. Obviously, Drew Brees is a great quarterback. They had some good schemes, but they also had some shady stuff going on. Do we have that, or do we have like a legit Sean Payton organization?
I don't know. I think jury's still out on Sean Payton personally.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. Because of that, there's a little, it's tarnished a little bit because
Yeah,
of
a little,
that. Like,
he's a little tainted.
have him win
Yeah.
without that, and then we'll be like, okay, he's a world class coach. I mean, he's a good coach. He's obviously an NFL coach, but is he?
I don't think he's world class.
To,
He had a world class quarterback in his prime of Drew Brees, who's
Yep.
one of the
He
best throwers
He
ever. So
Yeah. and again, I
without
like
Drew,
Bo Nix.
without
He's a
Drew
very
Brees,
good
what has
guy.
Sean
I don't
Payton
trust
done?
him. Not exactly. Without Tom Brady, what is Belichick done?
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep.
All right,
He's got
here's my hot take.
24-year-old
All right.
girlfriend.
Here's my hot take. I'm going to go ahead and predict the championship series right now. All right. So in the AFC, this one's a little bit easier to me. I think we get what we've had for a while. I think we get another Mahomes, Josh Allen rematch. I think it's going to be Bills and Chiefs. I think the Bills are just so they're like. I mean,
Yeah.
you think of the Bills organization historically, they are like persistent. They don't give up. They went to the AFC Championship 4 years in a row without winning and never had the hangover of that. They kept coming back. I just feel like it's in their DNA to keep fighting. And I believe in Josh Allen in terms of his leadership in that team and the pieces they put together. I think they're going to be tough this year. I think they're probably going to beat the Chiefs. I don't know if they're playing the regular season. I haven't looked at the matchup, but if they are, I bet they'll probably beat them in the regular season. Now, I think it's going to be Mahomes and Bills and Allen in the AFC Championship. In the NFC Championship, I actually think two things are going to happen. I think Jaden Daniels is going to break through. I think he's going to get the Commanders to the NFC Championship game. I think San Francisco is going to play them in the NFC Championship game. Those are my picks. And that's my semi-hot take. That's as hot as I can get.
Pretty good.
Okay.
We'll see.
Nice. All right.
I think the expected people of Philadelphia, of Detroit, of Green Bay, I just don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna get through. I think Philadelphia's gonna have a lag just because of that long season that you have as a Super Bowl champion. We'll see what happens. Maybe not. And I just don't think Detroit. I think Detroit has scar tissue. I hate that. And I think that Green Bay and some others aren't quite ready. There it is. Look at that logo. That's pretty.
Yeah, I got the logo on before I saw it. You emailed it to me. So
There we go, baby.
all right. Before we get out of here, we got NBA schedules released October 22nd. Start Cavs, Knicks, and then Spurs and Mavs on the. Spurs and Mavs, and then the 23rd is Thunders and Pacers rematch, obviously, and then Warriors and Nuggets. So thoughts on those first 4 games?
You just said 22nd. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Is that opening night? 22nd? Yeah.
October
Yeah.
22nd. Yeah. So we got Cavs and Nets.
It's gonna be a fun season. I'm really curious to see how OKC, a young team without really scar tissue, but also without any real expectations. I'm really curious to see how they respond after winning. You know, if they take it to the next level, or if they're gonna bounce back a little bit. I'm excited. I'm up on that team. I'm excited about them. I feel the same way about SGA as I feel about Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels breaks through. Now, whether or not he wins the Super Bowl, that's close. I don't know, but I feel the same way about those two guys. I just think that they're kind of like not as heralded as some of the other players in the league, but just solid. Just get the job done, solid. So.
Yeah, well, they're so young too, and I think Holmgren's going to only get better. He got abused so much, physically. If he can add on 10 or 20 pounds, and
has he added any weight?
I don't know, but
I don't know.
I saw him benching the other day, so who knows?
Yeah, it's like he hears it.
Yeah, but that's like when we see every summer the clips of Ben Simmons shooting jumpers and hitting 3-pointers.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, cool.
Never. Yeah. Dude, that was AI generated. That wasn't even real.
Yeah. Right.
It was every summer
that was
for
like Steph
8 years.
Curry, making the full court one. It wasn't real. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Thunder could have a chance to repeat because I don't want them to win, and I'm just gonna take this approach. But yeah, it's so hard not to pick
the
them.
George Costanza approach on your picks. I like it.
100%.
I like where you're headed.
I don't want them to win. I'm not an OKC Thunder fan by any means. I like Shea. I do like Shea, and I do think that those guys are only gonna get better. I wouldn't be surprised if they repeat, but I think we got to watch the Mavs, man. I think we got to watch the Mavs.
I love the early season optimism for you and a little bit on Tommy, although Tommy's pretty realistic about his early season optimism for the Bears. But I love it. I'm here for it. This is fun.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's gonna be an interesting NBA season. I'm stoked for it to come back. I'm stoked for the opening slate. I think I'm honestly really excited to see the Warriors this year. Steph, Draymond, and a healthy Jimmy buckets all season. I don't know how many games this team wins. I don't know if they're a 3 seed or a 6 seed or a playing team again. But honestly, I'm just excited. I don't know if Buddy Hield has re-signed, so we're not going to get any Buddy Hield takes from me this year. But we'll get some hot take, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He'll start averaging 28 to start the year. First week he'll start averaging 28, and then we'll have to be talking about him.
Yeah, we will be.
Yeah.
We will.
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure. 100% we will. Yeah, we got to get a new opener for the show. It's going to have to be expanded out. Kelly got to work on that and see what you can.
Yeah, I'll see what comes out of this show.
What do you think is going to happen? I'm curious to ask this question. What do you think is going to happen to Cleveland and New York, two teams that we all thought I think were going to make it to the finals or be much more competitive? Obviously, Cleveland really bowed out early. But what do you guys think is going to happen to them? Do you think they bounce back and compete, or do you think that they kind of fall to kind of mediocrity or maybe stay in the playoffs but don't really like? What do you guys think?
Well, the Knicks have Mike Brown now. He's an enigma to me because he's done amazing things in a lot of places, but he never sticks for whatever reason. And obviously you're not in those inner circle or know what's going on, but there's got to be a reason. But I know when he first comes in, he's really good. So I think the Knicks are going to stick around. I don't know that they're going to be, finals material, but I think they'll make the playoffs. They'll be up there, and then it just matters of is everybody healthy and can they get Cat to actually not be a bonehead. So I don't know that guy does the stupidest things in the biggest moments, man. But they'll still be good. Cavs, I think, will bounce back too. They have a lot of talent.
Tommy, I have to ask about this on the Western. Okay, sorry, go ahead. I got another question.
I was going to say I was a lot more bullish on the Cavs than I am on the Knicks, just because honestly, I think the Knicks are going to be a really good regular season team. But again, what has Mike Brown done as a head coach that has shown that he's going to elevate this Knicks team to go into the playoffs and win? But I think that his style of play, I think the Knicks team, I think that they have the right pieces around him to be a really good offensive and maybe a decently defensive-minded team throughout the regular season. But again, I don't think they do anything past that.
Interesting.
I think the one thing to consider, though, is really quick, though, is just like in the Eastern Conference, you got a lot of injuries, right? So, I mean, the Pacers are basically out next year, and the Celtics are basically out.
Right.
Milwaukee just lost Dame, so East is pretty soft, at least as of right now. So, I mean, to me, like both of them are still going to be at the top. I'm a little bit more bullish on New York than I am Cleveland. I think it'd be nice if LeBron went back to Cleveland. That'd be a good play for both parties.
Mhm.
But I mean, New York's just got so many pieces, man, and they got Brunson. Like, it's really hard not to trust a team that's got one of the best point guards, one of the best closers. And I mean, yeah, like the cat stuff you can't really control, but I mean, they still got a ton of talent on that team. And, you know, I think another year of chemistry only helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brunson's the engine. And when you have him on the floor, he's the kind of guy that's going to make players better. He's going to hold people accountable. I think he's the kind of player that could potentially overcome whatever deficiencies Mike Brown has. I like them better than
coach extension on the court. Yeah.
100%. Like, man, you got somebody like that. It's almost like a Rajon Rondo situation where, like, when the Celtics had their big three, like, you just knew that guy was going to keep everything running, you know? So that was huge. All right, so Tommy, I have to ask, Houston getting KD, where do you have them falling? We haven't talked about them yet.
I honestly am very bullish on them this year. They have such a good young core. They didn't give up much to get KD in that trade. So I think they're if
that's interesting.
If he doesn't
give up much for a number one.
Well, again, he's going into his last year of his contract. He's 37 years old. You know, again, I think it's going to come down to what kind of KD you have out there, right? So right now, the Houston Rockets are not giving him a contract extension. So do you have a pissed off KD that pulls a Jimmy Butler and says, screw this, I want a contract, and ends up, you know, becoming a cancer in the locker room? Or do you have a happy KD that wants to play basketball and wants to try to earn himself a next contract? I don't know what's going to happen. I think if you have a happy KD, they're a number one, number two seed. If you have a pissed off KD, this could end up blowing up in their face.
Yep, I like your realistic optimism on that. It'll be interesting to see how it all turns out. But you know, not giving up a lot to trade for a guy, you know, he's like the best number two in the league, I think, is what we think about KD. That's where we're at on that.
He's just Trey.
This guy's takes, man, I swear.
You remembered everything too. That's the crazy thing. It's like,
I know.
It's like,
and he brings them out really quick, especially right at the end of the show. You know, just a little cliffhanger.
Yeah,
a stinger. That's right.
I think I'm gonna chime in on Houston. I said it last year. I'm just a huge fan of anybody that can guard like Thompson, and I mean, that guy is a lockdown defender.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know the Warriors beat him, but the stuff that he did to Steph, I mean,
tough. Made Steph work. But they didn't lose. They lost that series because Jalen Green was a no-show. He showed up one game out of 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So you have Kevin Durant show up, and it's
over.
It's vastly different. It's over.
He's the clear number one.
They beat the Warriors last year.
KD is clear number one on Houston.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just They're not going to be fun to match up with.
No, the length that they have. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, your most consistent scorer is Fred VanVleet, and you're hanging in there. You know, you got to the point where you're a 2 seed and all that kind of stuff. So you lose the inconsistency, and you know, you probably just get a better player both ends of the court. Not going to be fun.
All right, so here's an interesting side bit, just to throw a little more fuel in the fire here. There was a recent survey among Houston Rockets fans of how they think the team's going to do this year, and 1 in 6 fans thinks the Rockets are going to make it to the finals. That's not a lot of optimism at the beginning of a season. Most people are most optimistic at the beginning of a season, especially with a trade of a number one. like KD, and yet 1 out of
I
6
mean-
fans thinks they're going to get made to the final.
I will say this: they should be more optimistic, and they probably were more optimistic in these years, but they should be more optimistic than the James Harden years, in my opinion.
I agree, but I think
It's
they're
better. It's a better
feeling
team,
the
like
burn.
top to bottom, everything, like way better balance, offensive, defensive. I know Harden was an automatic 40 piece, but
Not in the playoffs.
yeah, not in the playoffs, right? And then you got him on defense, and he's liability. So,
Yep.
It's a big difference when he's on the court and guarding Steph versus Amin Thompson guarding Steph. But you also have KD next to him and Thompson. Like that's a whole different dynamic.
Yeah.
So
And I
they
think-
should be
I think
pretty
Houston-
optimistic.
I think the Houston fan base is just feeling the sting of disappointments. I mean, the last time that they won a championship 30 years ago, or right around 30 years ago, they've been in the finals. The last time in the finals was 8 years ago. And they're just. I think they're feeling the sting of disappointment. I think they're actually pretty realistic down there in Houston in terms of their optimism.
Yeah, we're not over.
They match up well with any team in the league, top to bottom, 100%. They can. Good luck to OKC.
I agree.
on-
I think
on the
they should be more
matchups.
optimistic. I think they should be more optimistic. That's for sure. But I think it all comes back to, man, what KD do you get? That guy's. He attracts a lot of attention. He needs the ball.
Oh no! Here we go.
Historically, he needed the ball. We'll see. We'll see what we get. Like Tommy said, if he's a cancer like Jimmy B, with
It's
that attitude,
Kevin
that's gonna be
Durant.
a
It's
problem
Kevin
there.
Durant. It's Kevin Durant. He's gonna do Kevin Durant things. Be top 10 player of all time.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, we're narrowing down our time. So it's called Hot Loads of the Week. So just quick, I'll ask some questions. You guys give me a quick answer. NCAA is the expanded 12 playoff team. Good or bad for smaller schools? Trey, what do you got? Good or bad?
I don't think it's enough. I think it's good. But I don't think it's enough. I think it needs to be more, and I think there needs to be automatic bids from the smaller conferences, like the NCAA tournament, so those teams can at least get the taste and start to build programs based upon that. When you have a school like Bowling Green or Marshall, you can never recruit with the idea that we're going to play in the national championship. You can never recruit with that. But if you have more teams, if they do 16. And then you have automatic bids from Conference USA and Missouri Valley Conference and whatever else it's in Division I for football. Then you can recruit on that, and now you can get better players going to other schools and build even more parity and have more fun, more storylines, more Cinderellas. I think it's a great thing. I hope they get to 16.
Yeah. Tommy?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a great thing. I was hoping to get to 16 to 20 teams, the next couple of years. I think the more teams, the better. I want to extend this playoff. So yeah, great thing.
I think people would rather
Keep it
watch playoff football than the crap games at the beginning of the season. They'd rather watch playoff
Yeah.
games.
Totally. Means
Yeah.
something.
Keep it at 12.
Keep it at 12. Don't
100%.
expand it.
Nope. Solved every single problem that people would complain about years prior. All the complaints, like you solved the problem, and it's been very quiet in the offseason. The problem was, this team, Boise State should have made it, Notre Dame should have made it, just like the outside teams. There was none of that, and everybody feels very confident that the winner is the winner. Like
I don't like the bye. My issues are the buys. The NFL gets one bye per conference. One bye per conference. The NFL does. Baseball, no buys. NBA, no buys. NCAA basketball, no buys. Everybody plays. That's why I think 16 makes sense, because everybody plays the first week.
Yeah. Good
Yep.
point.
Then they're gonna make it 32. Like
Yeah, they're just going to keep expanding.
Well, no, because
I don't know.
you have calendar restrictions in football you don't have in basketball. Like if you do 16, that's 4 weeks. They're not going to extend it to 5
Okay.
weeks. It's it's like
Yeah.
you got the bye now. There's a team just sitting out. That team could play a game. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't extend it at all to go to 16 because you're just adding a game that currently doesn't
But-
exist because that team is sitting at home.
You kind of earn it, it's like it's a NFL and everything. It's like it's very common, man. You had the best, like you earn that spot. That's a reason why you're gunning to actually be the number 1 seed. I don't.
And in the NFL, 1 out of 7 teams gets a bye. In the NCAA, 1 out of 3 teams gets a bye. I don't like it. That's way too many people earning a bye. If you want to give 2 people a bye, then go to 14. Give 2 people a bye, or whatever the number would be, whatever you do with that, or 10. If you want, but like 4 teams get a bye? No, I don't like it.
All right.
Okay.
Next question. I think it's good to expand. I like the 16. But I'll move on. NFL, Ashton Genty, will he get 1,500 yards rushing this year? Josh, for the record, there's only been 2 rookies that have gotten more than 1,600. So,
Yeah, I'd say no, just because of what he can do in the pass game. So I'd say no.
Tommy?
I'm going to say yeah. I mean, he's on the Raiders. He's going to have a lot of touches. Yeah, he's going to do it.
Nice. Trey?
That's a hard one because he's a beast.
Yeah.
But there's so many things that go into that. You have to have a great offensive line. You have to have tight ends that can block. Like you have to have wide receivers that can block downfield for once you get past the first line. Like I think there's too many factors for a rookie to do that. I think he'll get a lot of yards. He'll definitely get over 1,000. I bet he'll get probably 1,100 or 1,200 yards. I think that's a long shot to get 1,500 yards as a rookie, especially with the Raiders, who historically have not been like a great running team. But we'll see. I mean, they got a guy who had Marshawn Lynch and made him do some pretty spectacular things. So it's possible, but there's just so many factors. He's a rookie. It's probably going to take him a couple games to get kind of acclimated, so he's not getting probably a full strength 17-game season like maybe a second-year running back would get.
Yeah.
So I don't think so.
I'm going to go on a limb and say he's going to get it because he got Pete Carroll as a coach, and Pete loves to run the ball.
Yeah.
You know? So
that's the only reason that I would agree with that.
Yeah.
That'd be
Nothing else.
insane. That'd be insane if he does that.
I know. So NBA in-season tournament flopped last year. Will players take it more seriously? Start back with Trey.
You know, I like some elements of the in-season tournament, but I think that the players see it as somewhat gimmicky.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of lost its luster. So I'm going to say no. I don't think so.
Yeah. Tommy, what you got?
Yeah, I agree with Trey. Honestly, I think the first year, I think it was cool. I think the players feel like it is a big gimmick. I mean, yeah, I do like elements from it. I think that there's some ways that it could be maybe revamped a little bit to make it more interesting, more player focused, make them take it more seriously. But no, I don't think they're going to this year. I think it needs some changes.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think if it impacted a play-in spot or something, then yes, I think that would make it pretty interesting because you're playing for the future versus just the money. I mean, I still think it makes the guys play harder, so I don't look at it as a negative by any means. But I mean, honestly, the main thing I hated that I think that they should change is the freaking courts. The courts last year sucked. They looked like little video game courts. That's really it.
Yeah.
So
I will say this: if they made the rule that if you win the in-season tournament and you're in the playoffs, you get home court advantage every series, that would be interesting. Because you could be like a 7 seed, win that in-season tournament, and have home court advantage every series that you play. They just switch it just because. That I think that would be something that coaches would get fired up about because they know just how big it is to have your fans behind you. So if they did that, I think that would actually bring some life back to it.
Yeah,
they would get intense.
I totally agree. Yep.
Yeah, I think they definitely have to revamp it somehow because year 1 was fine. Year 2, there wasn't as much hype around it. So I agree.
Let me know when that job for NBA commissioner comes up. I'm gonna apply for it.
All right. So we had a couple of you already did your hot takes or the final minute. I know Josh did his. I think Trey, you did yours. Tommy,
yep.
You got one?
Yeah, but I got one more thing to say.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. So I'll just say it. I'm really curious what the guys think is going to happen to Travis Kelce this year now that he's engaged to Taylor Swift. Is this going to be a rocket accelerator for him, or is this going to be a deterrent for him for the season? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it plays into a lot of why they lose in game 1 of the season.
I love it, Tommy. Yes, Tommy.
Dang, I don't even need to answer anything after that.
Oh, no.
Well played. Well played.
That was awesome.
Well, we got a built-in excuse if it goes south in game 1. We'll just have to. We got that. I think the Chiefs need to make sure that no player on the team has number 13. They need to sell a jersey with Swift on the back, number 13, her favorite number, and the sales would go through the roof. It'd just be one more way to grab the attention and piss the rest of the league off. That's what I think they should do.
Just trade Isaiah Pacheco for DeAndre Swift. Call it a day.
There you go.
I think Kelce has a really similar year as last year, man. Like we got to be real at some point. The guy's old.
Yeah.
But have you seen him in camp this year?
I
Did you
have,
see any
I
video of
have,
him in
man.
camp?
There's
Dude's
a lot
in
of guys
shape.
that end up doing
Compared
that.
to last year, he's got old man belly. He was like not in shape last year, and he knows it. He's in shape this year.
Do you see
Listen.
LeBron? Do you see LeBron James? You know, he's 43. He looks absolutely ripped and stacked, and he doesn't have a 40-inch vert
and he's
no more.
getting 20 and 10. I'm saying Kelsey's going to get his yards. He's still going to be a problem. People still can't cover him. There were times last year where people were like, "How does he keep getting open?" He just has a way about him, and him and Mahomes have a way about them that's just unique.
All right, Trey. Does
It's
he
different.
get over 1,000 yards?
Oh yes, he does. Yeah, and let me tell you why. Because the defense is going to get spread out this year because they've got deep threats. They've got some phenomenal talent at wide receiver. Rashee Rice is going to be back, although he'll probably be out for a little bit with a suspension.
6 games.
Xavier Worthy knows the offense now. Like they've got wide receivers to spread the offense, which means that's when he had his biggest years was when they had Tyreek Hill because they could spread the offense or spread the defense out. They could make the field long, and that creates so many pockets for him to find. He's definitely going to get 1,000 yards this year unless he gets injured.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to agree with all that. So my last thing for final minute is the U.S. is going to win the Ryder Cup at Bethpage. We're gonna bring it back to the U.S. soil and win the Ryder Cup. And how hard would it be as a captain to not pick yourself, though? You know.
Oh, I feel so bad for Keegan.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. Like he's going to be a great captain. Let's just say this first of all. I love Keegan Bradley as captain. I love that the fire that he has. I think he's going to be a great captain more times than one, like many more times in the future. What I hate is that I think they picked him as a kind of like, makeup call for Zach Johnson not picking him. And then he has like one of his best years on tour and he can't pick himself. Like why do you put him in that situation? I think that's really unfortunate. But I do think the U.S. Ryder Cup team is incredibly strong. I do think they're going to win the Ryder Cup. And it's in New York. That's for sure.
I just want to throw this up really quick. The over/under on Travis Kelce this year is between 650 to 675.5, and we got Trey Griggs on
definitely
record
take the
saying
over
1,000. Boys, go hit Vegas today.
Hit the B. Mark this spot. I'll take that. Listen, I think that the offense, if it works out the way it looks right now with the wide receivers that they have, spreading the defense out, I just think that plays into Kelce's hands. Because if you take Kelce away, then you leave one-on-one for Xavier Worthy and other players to go deep, and Mahomes wants to go deep. So I think they have to respect that. They have to, lengthen the field. I just think Kelsey's going to have so many 10 and 15 and 20-yard passes just in the pockets and zones and things like that. I just think it's a big year for him because of that. So, yeah, absolutely, go bet the over. 100%. It's a sure bet. 100%.
I think, listen, Trey, I think they have so many great wide receivers, including Hollywood Brown, who you haven't even mentioned one time in this whole rant. Or just
he's like third on the depth chart.
But I think they have so many great wide receivers. Travis Kelce is not going to come anywhere close to 1,000 yards this season.
There we go.
Decoy season, baby.
Yep.
So this is a great question. If you're a defensive coordinator, I know we're over here, but if you're a defensive coordinator going against the Chiefs, do you strategize to take away the deep ball, which they've got multiple threats this year to do that, or do you strategize to take away Kelce?
You give the ball to Noah Gray.
You think Noah Gray's going for more yards than Kelce? No, that's an interesting. You think Noah Gray will have a breakout year and have more yards than Kelce?
It's time to move on from Mr. Kelce. Trey, this is it. How old is he?
This might be
35. 35.
30, yeah.
35.
I mean, he's definitely old. I get it.
I mean,
it's definitely old. But
that's incredible for a football player.
Yeah.
A positional player.
13th season.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. And that dude's it's not like he's been resting, man. He had multiple years to the Super Bowl, banged up, lots of catches.
And he's really pissed about how last year went. He's so motivated.
I get it, man. So is Steph. But I hate to say it, it's gonna be a struggle for the Warriors.
It is.
Well, I mean, again, it depends on what pieces they add during the season, how they gel. But
I don't know, man. Kyle Pitts might have more yards than Travis Kelce. Let's throw that for a hot take.
Yeah.
So nobody answered my question. You're a defensive coordinator. What do you take away? What do you game plan to take away for the Chiefs? Long ball, which again they've got 3 or 4 guys that can do it, can stretch the field, or Kelce.
I'm making Kelce beat me at 35 years old.
Yeah,
I agree.
You're trying to put Mahomes in the third and long position.
Yeah.
You try to get.
I don't think they're going to have as many third and long this year as you think. Like when they were great with Tyreek Hill, they didn't get a lot of third and longs.
I know.
Kelsey didn't
They
have
were
the same
getting 8,
hand.
10 yards.
Kelsey dropped some balls last year. Let's be real.
He did.
Yeah.
No, he did. He did. He's got a lot to prove, but I just think he's motivated enough, and I think he's good enough to figure it out.
All right, gents, let's wrap it
He
up.
is good enough. He is good enough, but he's also got a lot of other things on his mind right now.
Yeah,
Got a little mileage.
got
Yeah.
a wedding to plan. So
Got a wedding to plan. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing a lot of that. I bet he's going to.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right,
listen,
All right, fellas. Great
this
to
is a
see y'all.
billionaire. It's a billionaire wedding. He's involved.
All right,
Yeah.
until next time, gents.
All right. Great to see
All
you
right,
guys.
boys.
Quarter.
Let's go. Let's have a great year. Peace out.